Once upon a time, in a scary, cold, dark night in December, there was a man. His heart was burdened by the past. He was trying to forget what happened, trying to start a new life, and found refuge in reading old books. He almost fell asleep while reading the books, but suddenly he heard a voice that woke him up at once. He saw this voice maybe came from the door. He tried to calm himself, saying, "It is just someone knocking at my door, nothing more." He hesitated to open the door for some unknown reason. Maybe he wasn't ready for what lays behind. While he continues his hesitation, the chimney of his chamber is burning wood to warm him at that cold, dark night. But the burned woods are making a ghost-like shadow on the floor. He closed his eyes. He closed his eyes and wished that tomorrow would come. But nothing happened. A very sad idea suddenly crossed his mind. He remembered his beloved Lenore, who died and left him alone in that scary dark world. She is now with the angels and shall never, never come back in this world. The heart of the speaker is filled with horror, to the extent that even the sound of the curtains in the house strikes him with terror he never felt before. He tried to calm himself. He tried to calm himself, repeating over and over, "It is just someone knocking at my door, nothing more." Suddenly, the speaker became more brave. No more hesitation, no more horror. He simply said, "Sir or Madame, I truly ask for your forgiveness, but I was almost asleep when you came knocking at my door." He got up from his chair and went to open the door. He found nothing but darkness outside. He stood there for a while, staring at that darkness with his mind full of mixed feelings, of doubt, fear, and wonder. But the silence was broken by his own voice. He shouted in the darkness the name, "Lenore!" He closed the door and came back to his chamber with his soul burning within him. However, he suddenly heard another voice louder than before. He tried to justify that sound by saying that it came from his window. He went closer to the window, but he found nothing. He tried to calm himself, saying, "It is just the wind, nothing more." However, suddenly appeared a royal-looking raven. The raven did not greet the speaker, or even said hi out of respect. He just stood there above his chamber door. The bird catches the interest of the man. He no longer felt sad, but actually smiled. For some reason, the serious countenance of the raven interested him. He asked the raven, "What is your name?" The raven only said, "Nevermore." The man was completely astonished when he heard the raven actually speaking. However, the words the raven uttered did not really answer the speaker's question. You never saw a human being on earth who ever met such a raven, who sat upon his chamber door, and his name is Nevermore. The raven stood silently for a long time, and did not say anything else. That was when the man remembered that other friends have abandoned him before. Tomorrow, the raven will leave him too, just like his beloved Lenore left him alone in that scary dark night. But the raven suddenly said, "Nevermore." The man was shocked again by the reply of the raven. He said, "This is doubtlessly the only word this raven can utter. He probably took that word from an old sad master, whose life was so miserable that he could only say, 'Nevermore.'" The speaker was still interested in the raven, so he took a chair and placed it in front of the bird, and took a seat. He kept staring at the raven and opened his imagination. He imagined what that scary ancient-looking raven means by uttering "Nevermore," and where did he come from? However, He could not find an answer to his questions. The speaker's imagination drove him to think about his cushion, and suddenly Lenore crossed his mind. Lenore crossed his mind and he remembered the fact that she will not be able to sit down with him on that cushion again. The air suddenly was filled with perfume, and he heard the angels' footsteps on the carpet. The speaker cried, "Miserable man, your God sent you this beautiful smell of perfume to help you forgetting Lenore. Drink, drink a potion of that nebinth, and forget Lenore, once and for all." The man has gone extremely crazy because of that raven. He told him, "Prophet, thing of evil, whether you are a bird or a devil, whether Satan sent you here to me, or you just came randomly by a storm, you are alone but seems unshaken. Please tell me, I beg you, is there hope in my future? Will I ever be able to find peace of mind?" The raven only said, "Nevermore." The man grew even madder and repeated the same words. "Prophet, thing of evil, whether you are a bird or a devil, by that heaven above us, by God who we adore, tell me, I beg you, will I ever be able to meet my beloved Lenore in heaven when I die?" The raven only said, "Nevermore." He could no longer take that raven, so he told him, "Go to that hellish, scary, dark night that you came from. Do not leave any trace behind you, not even a feather. Take your lies elsewhere and leave me to my loneliness. Take your beak out of my heart." The raven only said, "Nevermore." The raven is still sitting on the same statue. The raven now looks like a scary demon whose shadow is cast across the floor. That shadow has trapped the speaker and imprisoned his soul.